Hello, good morning everybody. I hope you are all well and had a lovely break. Easter break. It was a very different Easter for us this time, and I'm sure it was similar for most of you out there as well. But it's great to be back, and it's great to be back working again. However, the working is a bit different. It's work from home. But it's a bit more different for me today. I was really missing Artcore, and I'm sure some of you who are used to coming at Artcore are also feeling the same. So I am here today at Albert Street to show you around Albert Street, the Artcore gallery, but also then show you a few techniques to work on the pottery wheel. I am Ruchita. I'm the Executive Director at Artcore, but I'm also a potter, a ceramicist, and that's my passion. That really motivates me. So what motivates you? Is there anything that you enjoy doing very much? For some people it might be talking to people. For some people it might be painting. So what is it for you? If you want to put down in the comments what motivates you. For me, I am in my zone when I have clay in my hands and I can make things out of clay. So I am going to show you around the Artcore gallery place, and also share with some of you who have not visited Artcore gallery on Albert Street before about what it is like in here. It is very different today though, I must say, because we are used to having lots of people coming in and out of the building, and it's very quiet. I can hear my own footsteps, which is not the usual thing. So it's a bit different, but I'm glad I'm here and I'm able to bring this place to you as well through the medium of, online Facebook thing. So we have this, you enter into the building through the doors, which says, outside it says, sorry, we are closed. So we are closed, but we are sneaking in. We have this entrance where people come and register for workshops and things. We have lots of craft items on display from various different Derbyshire artists. If we go this way, we have some maker studios and artist studios. So we have different artist studios who actually make their work here, and also they're able to sell their work here from the space. So it's quite an interesting space where people walking in through the door. So on an average we have 80 to 100 people walking in on a normal day, which is very opposite to what it is today. But it's very quiet out on the roads as well, although there are still a few people walking out and about, but not hardly any. So we have different makers, studios, artists' works on display, very colourful, brings in lots of energy, lots of positive energy, lots of colour, as you can see. And these artists make their work here, and people can see them making their work, and then they're able to sell their work from here. Upstairs we have an art gallery, which I won't be going upstairs right now, but it's just for you to know there's an exhibition which started off in February time, the stand-up. But if you haven't checked out on our Artcore gallery website, we have In Isolation Together exhibition, works of about 60 artists. The exhibition of first 10 artists' works started last week Friday. It was launched last week Friday. So if you haven't checked it, do check it out. It's artcoregallery.org.uk. I'm going to head back to where I was doing a bit of pottery work. So there's lots and lots of crafts and creative works here. Once things do get back to the new normal, as we say, we're going to have more artist workshops and creative activities happening from here. What I have set up here today is a pottery not a session, but I'm going to show you how to throw a pot on the wheel. So I have some examples here. This is actually one of our makers, Jo Everett, and her work is on display and for sale here at Artcore Gallery. And Jo's made this on the wheel, which is interesting, and she's glazed her mugs as well. But this is a participant's work. If you can see, it's beautifully done on the wheel and then glazed. You can make tiny things, or you can make massive things on the wheel. So for example, this bowl here is done on the wheel by hand, and it's one off. You can make a plate, you can make all sorts of forms on the wheel. You can make a plate as well. Really interesting forms and shapes. The thing which is different from the slab work that I had shown last week to doing things on the wheel, it's very symmetrical. So anything you do would be very symmetric. While with slab work, you can play around with the shapes and you can make them, you know, different and asymmetric. So that's what it is, and I'm going to start off. I've rolled some balls of clay here, and I'm going to go on the pottery wheel. So this is what a pottery wheel is. It works on electricity, but you can find different types of wheels. Kick wheel, you know, where you have to kick to make the wheel move, but this is much easier, I would say. So you roll your clay into a nice round ball, you tap it. If you have any questions, please do put it in the comment section, and I'll, you know, at the end of it, I'll try and answer them, or in between I'll go in and answer them on my laptop. So I've made it into a nice round ball. Just tap it right in the middle, nice and hard, with all the energy. This wheel works on 3 speeds. If I remember to start it, yeah. 2 and 3. So the idea is you start on the fastest speed and then you slow down. And always, while the wheel is on, there's a couple of tips that you have to be very careful about, health and safety wise. There's no loose hanging things like scarves or hair, no finger rings. So all those things for health and safety purposes, and you always have to have your hands wet. So I have a bowl of water with some sponge in it, and always make sure your hands have enough water on them. Okay, I'm going to turn it on the faster speed again and start off. If you can hear me properly, what I'm trying to do is first get the center of the clay. So I'm going to do some holding, depressing, and in between, if my hands do get dry, just dip them in water and start back. So the first stage for wheel work is to get the center. Once you've learned to get the center, the rest is quite simple, I would say. It comes with a bit of a practice, so don't worry if you've tried it once or twice and you don't get it right. Don't be disheartened, keep doing it. A few times you practice it, you'll get the center right. We do run classes here at Artcore, so once you're back in operating, if you're interested in learning pottery, you can join in the classes that we do here. So this process, what I'm doing is called coning and depressing. And that's the best way you'll be able to get the center. I learned my pottery on the wheel. I learned the wheel work in India, in my college, at Fine Arts College in India. And it was an eye-opener for me too. And we had the kick wheel, so you had to kind of use up a lot of energy to kick and bring it to a speed. Okay, so I've got my center here, and I'm going to do the first opening. So with your thumb, you push your thumb in the center of the clay and leave a little bit for the base. So that's what I'm going to do, if you can see it. Remember, if your hands do get dry, just dip them in water and start that. Okay, I'm going to bring it down one speed. So it's on speed 2. Now I've done the first opening. Now I'm going to open it wide to make my base. Sometimes you get some clay stuck around the edge of your hands. Just when you dip it in water, you can clean your hands off. Okay, so I've done the second opening. If you can see. Okay, now I'm going to bring the sides. So I'm going to give height to my pot. It's very calming. It's very soothing. It's very satisfying or rewarding, I would say, to work on the wheel. Once you get the hang of it, once you know how to do it, for me, I don't want to get off the wheel once I'm on it. So, just going to bring it some height. For people who saw my last session, last week Tuesday, you saw how we made the slab and created a plant pencil pot. The thickness of the slab was quite important. Similarly, the thickness of your clay here is quite important. If it goes too thin, it will drop off. If it is too thick, it will crack in the kiln. So it's important to have the right thickness. I'm making a bowl, something similar to what you saw, the blue. I'll bring it up and show you. Something similar to that. Yeah. We do have to understand that it might look a little bigger here, but it goes through the kiln a couple of times, so it shrinks about 15 to 16%. But different clay have different shrinking percentage. So if you want to have a look at it for inside, you can see how that you use, any tools that you use, has to be dipped in water. Otherwise, your pot won't survive very long. What I'm doing is I'm taking out the extra clay from the base, because there's a process. Once it's dry, you turn the base, you turn it on its head, the pot, and then you clean off the base. And if I do it now, it just makes things easier. That you have to be careful is you have to have your elbows supporting on your knees so that your hands don't wobble, because if your hands wobble, the pot will wobble as well. So this is pretty much it. I'm going to turn off my wheel, and once the wheel is turned off, you don't touch your pot. So that's a big no-no. You can't touch it. It will leave fingerprints, and it'll distort the pot. So you don't touch your pot with your fingers. So how do I lift this pot up from the base, from the wheel? What I have here is a wire. Again, it's dipped in water. And I wrap it around my fingers. I'm just going to put it flat on the wheel and pull it towards me. So what I've done is I've cut the pot from the base, and you can leave it there for it to dry a little bit, or what you can do is, if you want to make another pot, put a little bit of water and you can slide it through. So I'm going to have a little wooden plank and slide it on this wooden plank. You might have to do it a couple of times. There you go. Got it on the wooden plank, and the pot can sit there and dry for a couple of days till it's ready to work on the bottom. So that is my pot on the wheel. I am going to quickly look at the comments. If people have any comments, I can answer them, or you're welcome to post them later on. But for me, this is the experience. This is what kind of, you know, if I'm in a little low mood or something, I would look at my pots, I would see what I've done in the past. If I have a chance, if I have some clay at home, I'll work on some hand building techniques. And if I get the chance to work on the wheel, that would really make my mind think quite positive also. For me, that's the zone that's my zone, that's where I'm in, and I can get things done quite easily from there. So it would be interesting to see what is that motivational moment for you, or what really inspires you or motivates you. I'm just going to go on here to see if there are any questions posted by anyone. If not, I can always answer them later on. I hope you've enjoyed the session, and stay tuned every day at 11 o'clock for this week for Motivational Mornings. We also have Crafternoons at 1 o'clock and Artist Takeover at 4 p.m. So depending on what you're interested in, you might want to work with your children, or as a family have some fun time doing art and craft. That's for Crafternoons. Or listen to an artist experience and the background scenes on what goes into making pieces of art, fine arts, at 4 o'clock at Artist Takeover. I hope you've enjoyed it. Have a good day. Stay safe. Thank you.